Keys to the game, Brian. Let's. I'm running out of time here, so I would definitely want to hit the keys to the game. Let's start on offense because that's how we did our matchups. Your keys to an offensive victory for Notre Dame. Well, I got to be careful what I say here.
No, it's keys to an offensive victory. I mean, if they do these things, I think.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot of things we could do. Move the chains, be on third down, red zone, all that. But to me, it's more big. I'm going to go bigger picture for my three keys. My first one is I want to see you come out early with a fast start, which includes tempo. Fast start literally and figuratively. Fast start meaning you need to get some early points. You need to get the crowd out of the game. You can't throw touchdown. You can't throw ins. You can't go down the field on your first drive and throw a freaking interception, right? Or fumble the ball, or you got to get point. You got to get 6, right? Get the crowd out of the game. But I want to see them put Virginia Tech on their heels, literally, meaning coming out, quick motions, get lined up, get the ball snapped, get it out, run the ball, throw the ball, perimeter, all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
I want to see them spread it out. I want to see more 11 personnel. I want to see 21. I want to see 20 personnel. I want to see them spreading out. I want to see RPOs. I want to see them attacking the perimeter of the field. Force those linebackers to work out, which then opens up the inside run game. And then the last part is this is the big thing. I don't expect the offensive line to have figured out all the problems and pick up how to do twists and all that stuff. I don't see that happening. But you better be physical. You better bring it. And if you can do that, you're at least going to be able to do enough because you don't need to score 70 points to win this game. Your defense is going to do its job. You got to battle. You got to battle from start to finish. And if you don't do that, then I'm having wholesale changes on the offensive line next game.
Right, because you got the bye week. Yeah.
There's no excuse not to battle.
Right.
No excuse not to battle. Anyone different for you, Vince?
Well, you took my tempo one, and that's fine. And we kind of talked about it in the matchups, but I have the wide receivers need to dominate. So we don't need to go into more detail on that because we kind of talked about it already. My last one is whoever the quarterback is, you need to give them a chance. And I think that kind of goes along with your RPOs, like getting the ball in the perimeter and all of that. You have to do stuff that's going to make them successful, right? A game plan, whoever it is, they're just sitting in the pocket and going through 3-4 reads. It's not going to work. I mean, we've established that. So whoever the quarterback is, let's say it's Tyler Buckner, right? You have to give him an opportunity to be successful, and it's not just running up the middle, right? You have to have a better game plan for him, right? If whatever, all three quarterbacks have their niches. We've talked about it. We talked about it on Monday, right? So whoever it is, you have to give them a chance to be successful.
Defensively, Vince, what are your keys on defense?
Defensively, it's real simple. Number one, you've got to lock down Trey Turner. We talked about that in the matchups. That's an absolute
crossing
must.
That off my list.
Yeah, that's an absolute must. And I only had 2. My second one is don't let Burmeister become the runner that he wants to be.
Yeah.
Because he wants to run the ball. He doesn't want to throw the ball. He wants to run the ball. And you have to contain him. Don't let him be that guy. Keep him in the pocket. Make him throw the ball. If he's throwing the ball, a lot of good things are going to happen for Notre Dame.
So for me, defensively, I kind of wrapped up 3 things. You wrapped up my 3 things into one. I had 4, shut down the run. One was the trade. You have to have a Trey Turner plan, right?
You have to.
Number 1, you have to shut down the run. You have to make it. Don't let them be balanced. They're not a real good running team. If you allow them to run the ball, it's going to make defending the quarterback in the pass game even harder. You have to shut down the run, which comes from pressuring and dominating at the line of scrimmage, right? Which is kind of 2 into 1. And then you got to limit big plays. That's been the kryptonite for this defense all year. And still, even last week, Cincinnati did not consistently move the ball on Notre Dame. It was 4 big plays. That's it. Right. You have to limit those. You have to have a better plan. You have to get rid of the whole, if Isaiah Foskey's on the field and he's not attacking downhill 100 miles an hour, that's a coaching fail. Right. That's just, there's no other way around it. That's a coaching fail. And so you need to limit the big plays. If you can force Virginia Tech, Virginia Tech's not good enough to simply consistently move the ball up and down the field. They couldn't do it on anybody. They couldn't do it on anybody not named Middle Tennessee. They couldn't do it on Richmond. They couldn't do it on West Virginia. They couldn't do it on North Carolina.
They're not going to be able to do it against Notre Dame.
Limit the big plays, and they don't score. It's simple as that. Limit the big plays, they don't score. Not real hard this week. Again, this is a 1-2 week. This is a gut check week. This isn't a out scheme them and all. No, this is, do you want it more than they do? Because if you do, you're going to win because you have better players.
Yes. Agreed.